The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. Powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look on a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and over 25 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter. And stay tuned to the Mike Wagner Show on Facebook page for current updates. We're here with a wonderful gentleman who grew up in the Midwest, now in Los Angeles. He's the CEO of a very, very unique company that helps people have kids later in life. It's almost like a matching service, not a dating service, but it's very, very unique in way where it helps life coming to life. And this guy just loves to bring this to life. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the beautiful sunny, his plush studios in Los Angeles, the CEO of Modamily, if I got that right, Ivan Fatovic. Ivan, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me.
Well, you got a really good company called Modamily, and you're the CEO, and you're based out of Los Angeles, and this is a company where you're putting two people together to help in rearing kids, and just a unique concept for busy parents. So before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started.
Sure. So I started Modamily after trying the traditional dating apps and sites. I was living in Los Angeles, and I moved back to New York. I'm actually originally from outside of the New York area, but I went to school in the Midwest at Michigan, and then out to California from there. But I started Modamily because I noticed there was a lot of people who were waiting longer to get married and have kids. A lot of people spent their 20s focused on careers and making money and their individual pursuits such as travel and hitting all those milestones they want to hit in life. And they always thought that they would get married and have kids, around 30 years old. And then 30 years old comes around and they find they're not ready yet. They're not making enough money. They didn't get that promotion. They didn't find the right person. That's like, okay, I'll probably get married by the time around I'm 35. Then 35 comes around and they're not ready yet then either. And then especially for women, as they get close to 40, a lot of women start to take to step back and be like, oh my God, I'm going to almost be 40. I'm not dating anyone. I'm not married. I've never had a kid. I have to have a kid next couple of years or it's not going to happen. So maybe I'm haven't been going about this the wrong way. Maybe I need to find someone that, maybe shares my vision and value system for how you're going to raise kids. And maybe I don't need to get married. Maybe I can just find a great person that becomes a friend, where we can raise the child together as co-parents. I was out to dinner in New York with a bunch of girlfriends who were all about 35, all single, all unmarried. And, many were feeling the pressures of the ticking biological clock. Men have the same problem, by the way. It's not just a female problem. I mean, men can have kids their whole life, but their sperm quality does decline as they get older, and it increases the chances of certain diseases and things like cystic fibrosis and stuff like that when a child is born with some older parents. So, one woman in particular was looking into sperm donation. She was looking into being a single mom by choice. But she really wanted someone else to be involved. She didn't want to be a single mom. She wanted to have a partner to raise children with. And she would meet people online on the Match.coms and the Tinders of the world. And, after a couple of drinks on the first date, be like, I want to have 3 kids over the next 5 years. Not
already?
Right. Well, not exactly what a guy wants to hear on the first date, but she was like, I don't care, Iman. I'm going to find someone that feels exactly the same way that I do. And you know what? She ended up finding someone. But I made a total joke at the dinner saying, sounds like you're on a different kind of dating site called dateinseminate.com.
Date Inseminate? I like that name.
You can have it, Mike. It's all yours.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, everyone laughed. I made a joke, but then some of the women came up to me and they're like, "Does something like that exist? Because I need to look at all the options right now that I have available to me because the biological clock is ticking, time is running out, and I need to figure out how I'm going to make this happen." And so that was kind of the light bulb moment. I started doing some research. I came across the concept of co-parenting. Back then, there was a site that was based in France and England that was kind of a poorly designed, very small community, but it was more like a LGBT message board site for people looking for sperm donors and things like that. So I kind of made it a little bit more mainstream and used the concept of a site where everyone's ready to start a family and have kids. And how you go about it is completely up to you. Whether you want the romantic relationship leading to children, whether you want a platonic co-parent, whether you're looking for a sperm donor or egg donor or a surrogate, we help you start your family in whatever ways is possible for you. And we help you introduce you to people that are also feeling the same way and looking for a similar option.
Mm-hmm. And of course, too, something came up as well, too. The idea that people find each other on I cannot pronounce
Modamily.
Modamily. Okay, it's going to take me a while. I like Date Inseminate a lot better, but we'll go with Modamily for a time being. So with the people finding each other on Modamily, is it normal to be, just meeting up and having sex until woman is pregnant, or is it through mainly insemination, or can it be both?
It's either. So it's the idea is not meet someone online and have a baby next week. The idea is more. Find someone that you get along with, someone that shares your vision and value system for how you want to raise children. If you're looking for a partner, and you decide if you're looking for a romantic relationship, then we'll introduce you to men and women who are also open for a romantic relationship leading to children. If you want to get married, that's great too. That's up to you. But there's plenty of other options for that. So a lot of platonic co-parents, it ends up being where one man say a gay man and a straight woman become friends, kind of like the TV show Will and Grace, and become best friends and raise a child together. Throw a child into the Will and Grace show, and that's what platonic co-parenting looks like. And we also help people find sperm donors and egg donors. If you're a married couple that's having trouble getting pregnant, and or if you're looking for a surrogate, and all that whole process could be really expensive. So we work with known donors where you get to meet the donor. You have the child knows who their dad is, has some kind of relationship, but the women or the other party, they're the legal parents. They have full control, and the donor is more of like a great uncle kind of role and a relationship that develops over time. But it's as opposed to an anonymous donor. If you go to the sperm bank and you never get to meet the person, the child has no idea who their dad is. Maybe when they're 18, they might be able to meet that person if they sign some paperwork. But for the most part, they don't know who there is, and a lot of people want to meet the person that's going to be the biological father to the child. So about almost half of our success stories are people that found donors on the site, and then the other half is people that found either romantic relationships leading to children or co-parents. So people get to know each other for 6 months or a year, or it's very similar to dating, but for a different purpose. Mm-hmm. I found that a lot of people on the mainstream sites, Bumble or Tinder, those are more hookup apps. People that are looking for a casual, fun relationship. The target market is 18 to 25-year-olds. Modamily's target market is people in your 30s and 40s that are looking for a partner who's ready to have children, and is ready to take that next step in life. And whether you get married or not, that's up to you. We help people find platonic relationships or romantic relationships or donors. So it's a community of people where everyone's ready to have kids, and we educate them on all the options available to them.
Mm-hmm. And what about those with handicaps and disabilities? Are those included as well?
Well, I have come across some of those. That's a small number of our membership, but yeah, sure, we have people that have disabilities that still want to be parents. But I would say that's a small part of the total membership.
Mm-hmm. And what about those overseas as well?
Well, yeah, Modamily is a global app and website. So we have almost 30,000 users around the world. I would say about 60% of that is in the United States, and then Canada and England have a couple thousand people each. And we have people in Germany, we have people in Brazil, we have people in Australia. So, ultimately I see it being a worldwide global brand, a modern family lifestyle brand where everyone's ready to have kids. And, a lot of people, when they're on the Tinders and the Bumbles of the world, especially say a woman, which is about 65% of our user base, they're scared to ask the questions like, do you see yourself having a kid soon? Do you see yourself getting married? Do we see yourself moving in together? They're afraid to ask that question too early, mm-hmm. because they don't want to scare the guy away, and they don't want to seem desperate, and they don't want to. But for some people, this is a real issue where they don't have time to find out or date someone for 6 months or a year to see if this is really someone that's serious about starting a family. They need to know right away, and that's kind of what sets us apart from the more mainstream apps and websites, is that on our site, that everyone here is ready to have a family or help you have a family. And that's what makes us different from the mainstream options.
Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about more as well, too, including the screening process and how to get on. But first, to listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for early needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and over 25 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Facebook as well, too, for latest updates. And also show your support for the Mike Wagner Show on PayPal as well. We'll give you the details at the end of the program. We're here with the CEO of Modamily, Ivan Fatovic, here on the Mike Wagner Show, based out of Los Angeles. We talked about how Modamily got started, and also some of the traditional dating and modern dating apps and everything else. Now we got through that on what Modamily stood out, in front of the other apps, like with Tinder, and also your traditional methods as well, too, Mumble, etc. Now comes the screening process, where it's like you sign up for Modamily, you go to the website, and explain the screening process and how does this all start?
Sure. So it works similar to some of the mainstream apps like Match.com, where you create a profile for free, you answer questions about yourself, your age, your location, your education level, your income, your religious affiliations and how important that is to you. So you basically answer a bunch of questions, and then you also let us know the priority of what are you looking for in a co-parent or donor that's most important. Are you looking for someone that's, tall, dark, and handsome, genetic perfection? Are you looking for someone that makes $1 million a year? Are you looking for someone that went to Harvard? Are you looking for someone that's super athletic, or someone that shares your vision and value system for how you want to raise children? So we kind of have you rank your co-parent preferences in order of what's most important to you, and then we use that into the algorithm to generate match recommendations and to show you who we think someone that you might match with, and someone who's also on the same timeline as you for when you want to start a family.
And you talk about the algorithms as well, too. Is like a specific computer program that you use, or is it just where you just take it and then just matches up keywords? So how do the algorithms figure into coming up with that match?
Yeah, right now it's a formula, basically, where we assign a numerical value to how you rate the importance of each factor, say, religion or income or education or looks and things like that. Down the road, we also use social media, so you can connect your Instagram account, your Spotify account, your LinkedIn account, and we use some of the data we get from there to also include it in the formula to make recommendations. Down the road, I do seeing more using more like artificial intelligence to make better recommendations, and also using location GPS. So let's say you love this coffee shop you go to every day, and maybe there's someone else that also loves a coffee shop and that's also ready to have children and start a family. Maybe you guys have a lot more in common than you think, but you'll never meet them because you don't know. So if that person crosses your path, you'll get a notification that someone's looking for a similar arrangement as you are. So we're just looking for more and more options to connect people, whether it's the same, if you like the same kind of music, if you like the same kind of TV shows and movies. We want to take everything that we know about you and try to make the best recommendation possible.
Mm-hmm. And do psychological factors all go into as well too? And if it does, what kind of psychology do you use when it comes to Modamily and matching up?
We've considered maybe using a Briggs-Myers type test. We haven't implemented that yet. We do ask questions more about your parenting style, your lifestyle. Are you a Democrat or Republican? Do you see your child going to public school or private school? What kind of health insurance do you see the child having? Do you see yourselves living in the same house, or do you see yourselves living close by? Or is it okay if you live farther away, or someone that lives in a different country? Can that work? So we ask, we have about 200 questions that we ask people, or that they have the opportunity to fill out, and we make recommendations based on all that information that they put in.
I like that as well. 200 questions, and if you ask about coffee, I like mine black.
I'm going to add that one now.
Sounds good. 201 and 202, I'm sure, is coming up. and of course, you talk about with the screening process and the algorithms and everything else, and you also check for any kind of background, like, say, criminal records, credit checks, or, say, possible abuse anyway. Do you guys also factor into that?
Well, it is possible to do that. That's not something we do with everyone that signs up on the site. But if you join Modamily Concierge, which is our higher level matching platform, where you're actually assigned a personal matchmaker, so someone like, say, me or one of my associates can work personally with you to find the best options. And once you do decide on someone, you're able to conduct a background check, get a health check. If someone's going to be a sperm donor, you can check the quality of their donor sperm before you agree to work with them. And the egg donors and surrogates, we actually work with egg donor agencies and surrogacy agencies. So instead of, let's say, there's hundreds of egg donor and surrogacy agencies, even just in California, not even the whole country. So instead of working with one that has limited options, like maybe 30, 40 potential candidates for an egg donor or surrogate, we work with all the agencies together. And so we have access to thousands of profiles, and those profiles for the egg donors and surrogates, those have been, tested genetically and vetted. And so we're essentially a search service for that, to help you find the best option for what you're looking for. And we kind of guide you through the whole process, especially if someone's going the donor route. If they're looking for an egg donor surrogate and doing IVF, that can cost $150,000
wow.
For the whole thing. So, we kind of try to get you to maximize your dollar by finding the best donor for you by going through thousands of options instead of dozens of options. And the same thing with the surrogacy process. And we guide you through the whole process. We make referrals to professionals such as IVF clinics, attorneys that work in the family space that can draft donor agreements and co-parenting agreements, estate planners, things like that, or, basically whatever you need to get your family started off on the right foot and get this arrangement done where both parties are protected and everything is in the best interest of the future child that's coming. We're there to guide you through the whole process.
Now, just to clarify, is this an extra service that you offer part of Modamily?
Well, so people have the option to download the app or the website, and they can search for co-parents or donors on their own. That is free to sign up. If you want a premium subscription, you get the additional features like, more search options. You get to see who liked you, if someone liked you. And there's also no time limits on how you on when you can send the first message. So in order to prevent women getting, spam from hundreds of different guys, not everyone can message everyone, for free right away.
Right.
Both parties need to like each other. So if a woman likes someone, the guy gets a notification. If he likes her, boom, there's a mutual match, and then you can start talking. You can do that for free. If you want to know who liked you, if you want more options to search by, all the different search filters we have, such as, religion, income, education, height, hair color, eye color, things like that, languages spoken, then you can pay a premium subscription. So a premium subscription is comparable to the other sites where it's about $29.99 a month. Or you can purchase an annual subscription for $9.99 a month, but you pay the $120 up front. And so that's the app and the website. Modamily Concierge is where you work with a personal matchmaker to help you find whatever it is you're looking for, and that's a higher tiered service that can be anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 depending on what package you get.
That is amazing. And what's the website again?
Modamily.com.
Modamily.com. Okay, great. We'll be talking more, Ivan, about the what's coming up as well too, and more. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look on professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, over 25 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter, and also check to the Mike Wagner Show page on Facebook as well too. Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. Also show your support for the Mike Wagner Show by giving to PayPal at Mike Wagner Voiceover as well. We're here with the CEO of Modamily, Fatovic, here on the Mike Wagner Show. So, Ivan, you've got a great product out there, and it looks like a lot of people are about to sign up after this. And what do you have coming up for 2020 and beyond? What can we expect from you in 2020 and
Sure.
beyond?
Well, 2020, we're continuing to improve the app and the website. We're going to be having more events. This has been a bootstrap company from early on, and we're actually attracting some venture capital, and in the process of doing a raise right now where I'm going to be able to hire even more full-time staff, and the plan is just to have a marketing budget, and we're going to grow in cities. Initially we're going to start in cities like New York and LA, San Francisco, and then expanding to other cities in the States. We already have a presence in a lot of these places, but we're going to be able to have a more formal presence and a more formal marketing strategy where we can have exponential growth and give our new members thousands of options and new options every day as people keep signing up to the site. And then eventually just expanding throughout the world, having people in London and Toronto and Germany and Sweden and Norway and Brazil and Australia and I haven't even started with Asia yet.
And of course, I'm sure they like their coffee and tea as well too. So that's number 202, by the way.
Yeah, question 202. Let's see if we can come up with a few more.
There you go. and feel free to send them as well, too. It'd be 203, 204, 205, and who knows. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career, Ivan?
The biggest influence where?
In your career.
Oh, in my career. Well, I mean, my previous career to this, I worked in Hollywood, actually. I was working at one of the large talent agencies called Endeavor, which is now William Morris Endeavor. And one of my old bosses there was Ari Emanuel, who was like one of the super agents. I don't know if you know the show Entourage, but the Jeremy Piven character, Ari, was based on him. Mm-hmm. So he's a character, very successful in Hollywood, and he's someone that I always looked up to. And I always look up to the tech guys and the startup guys, the Twitter starter Jack Dorsey, Jeff Bezos, just guys that had an idea, saw it to the end, and not only improved the world, but found success themselves and their families.
That is amazing. What's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
When I started the site, I didn't know anything about coding or being, starting an online business or even a startup. I came from a totally different world of the entertainment industry. And I recommend if you have a gut feeling, you just you do your homework, you surround yourself with the best people you can find, you share the wealth, and then you learn from the best, and then you make decisions by consulting with a great team of advisors, and then hopefully you can find some people to believe in you and then partner with you and continue to grow and learn more about the life and your business and see where it takes you. Life is short.
That's right. Short and sweet as well, too. Once again, the CEO of Modamily, Ivan Fatovic, here on the Mike Wagner Show. Ivan, a great big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic and just amazing product. Looking forward to having you again soon. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? And where can people check out your service?
Sure. You can simply go to modamily.com, which is short for Modern Family, Modamily. You could also download the app at the iOS store and the Android Google Play Store. And you can reach us there. There's also some TV shows coming out that we've consulted on that are, one's called Labor of Love. It's currently on the Fox network. That's essentially the Bachelorette, a woman that has everything except for the baby, and she meets 15 guys and then narrows it down and chooses the guy she wants to have a child with and start a family with. That's a project that's happening all over the world. They're doing a version of it in England and other countries, and we helped out with the English one and the American one. And so I think people are having kids later in life, and this is a real problem that affects millions of people, and we're here to help everyone, start the family that they want.
And one more question as well, too. This just came up. Do you plan on having any kids in life as well through Modamily?
I'm currently in a relationship. I'm a stepfather to 2 teenagers, but I would like to have my own children at some point very soon. And of course, I'll consider all options.
Sounds great. And we're looking forward to seeing our beautiful family. Once again, Ivan, a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you to have back on 2020 and beyond. You've been fantastic.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, and look forward to speaking with you again.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960. or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.